Hello, welcome to Sai Coding Lecture. And in today's session, we are starting with the very first thing, which is Introduction to Programming. By the time I no need to say anything about programming because all of you are aware, and there are many things about like learn programming, do something, and I will not waste much time in saying that what is programming and all, but I will make a perspective that okay, you don't know anything about programming, and so I will start with the very scratch. As I said, I will start with the basic thing, that what is programming. Okay, before going to what, why question should be there. Whenever you're learning something, there should be a question of why should I learn the thing before going to the definition or before going to the term that what is programming. Okay, so coming back to the thing, that in the very first introduction, before introducing what is programming, I will take you to the drive that why we need a programming. Okay, so here the fact is that why you need a programming language. See, even if you want to perform some task in computer, you are simply capable of doing using maybe PowerPoint presentation, or maybe using something specific, maybe through Excel, or maybe something like that. But in order to do something specific task, some functions, we need a programming language. Okay, no need to be so complex. Let me explain you with a simple example. What could be an example? uh, Suppose, think of like, there is, you know a language, you know your native language, maybe that could be Bengali, that could be Hindi, that could be any language. You are interacting with a client over in America, or maybe you are interacting within India with any other client who doesn't know your native language, whether it's Hindi, whether it's Bengali. They know their own native language, maybe Gujarati, maybe Marathi, or maybe if it is an American client, then that person knows American, British, any other accent maybe, or any other language. So how would you communicate with it? There should be some intermediate in between to communicate with it. So we have an intermediate, a language which is English. You know English, you should learn English to connect with that particular person. Maybe that person is in Gujarat, maybe Maharashtra, or somewhere like that. And maybe if the client is from America, or maybe out of India, from any other country, then of course you can connect through that. Person also knows English, you also know, so there is an intermediary, a language between, through which you can communicate, and you can have a discussion, and you can get down with your job, right? Similarly, we have a programming language. Why there is a need of learning programming? You have, by the time now, this is 2025, and we all know what is programming language. In numerous number of writing codes, then there are various languages like C, Python, Java, in numerous number of languages. Many of them are introduced in nowadays, but coming to sticking to the point, that why, the question is that there should be an intermediary. Of course, there should be intermediary to communicate with the thing. Similarly, we need to communicate with the computer. Why so? Obviously, to get some certain things to be done, certain jobs, certain tasks to be, problems to be solved. Generally, we get a definition of programming. What is programming? We say programming is a solving a particular thing, solving a problem. What kind of problem? Problem could be anything related to your in your daily life, anything, such kind of problems you are solving through computer. How? Using programming. This is the concept of programming language. So no need to mug up what is programming and what is, I will get it from the scratch and get you with the definition that what is programming is just a language through which you can communicate with the computer. That's it. No need of any definition. So it's, what is programming? It's a language to communicate with the computer to get your job done or to solve your problems. This is a proper definition of programming. Okay, now communicating with the computer, why so we need a programming language? We can communicate directly, but because computer, how it works internally is, you know, or maybe you don't know, I am telling you that in computer there is a binary. It works in, whole algorithm as binary. Another interesting thing is computer doesn't understand these programming languages. This Python, this C, this Java, all are built for us so that we can communicate with the computer. Computer doesn't know what is written in Python, what are the codes, what is printf, what is in C, what is hello world, what is this that. Computer doesn't know. Computer only understands the basic thing, which is binary. The whole algorithm of the computer works in a binary form. Binary means we have two things, 0 and 1. Okay, 0 means off, 1 means on. Simple thing, computer understands a positive charge and a negative charge. 1 means positive charge, 0 means negative charge. 0 means off, 1 means on. This on and off and this positive negative charge, only this the computer understands, nothing else. These programming languages, this C, Python, this Java, anything, nothing the computer understands. Only we, the programmers, or we, the human, learn these languages and we try to communicate with the computer. Then how the computer understands this? If the computer doesn't know the programming languages, and then how the computer understands? Obviously there are certain things through which it gets converted. If you go to the proper structure of a computer, that how the thing, I will discuss it in later videos. Stay connected with me. I will discuss in the upcoming videos that how the whole algorithm of computer works. Like there is not like you are learning a programming language, you are writing a number of lines of codes and then automatically it's getting run. No, you just press the run button and then it gets run and you get the output. The program doesn't end over there. There are many internal things within the computer which is happening, and that as a programmer, as a developer, you should know what is in the internals of the computer. There is a different part, but I will later discuss it in the videos. Just in short, I can say there is a compiler. If you heard the name compiler or interpreter, then we can say that an interpreter and a compiler converts these programming languages into binary, into assembly languages, into machine code, we can say, into machine code, and then the computer understands these languages. Directly the programming language the computer doesn't understand. The programming language is converted by the compiler and the interpreter into machine code, and then that code is being executed and then you get the output in your screen. That is the simplest as that I can give you the workflow, internals of the computer, the how the code works in within. But in detail I will discuss in later video that what happens, the step-by-step process you should know as a programmer or a developer. Okay, coming to the definition of what is programming. Okay, so here, as you know, you can get the definition over here. You can take a screenshot of the particular thing, or you will get the notes in the comment section. Okay, in the description. Okay, what is programming? Programming is simply the process of giving instruction to a computer so it can perform tasks. Think of it like teaching a robot how to follow commands. These instructions are written in different programming languages like C, Python and JavaScript. Okay, here I have mentioned only 3 programming languages, C, Python and JavaScript. There are many more languages around it. You know about Perl, Ruby, you know about PHP. You people are aware of these languages. You might have maybe heard the name of those languages. So there are enormous number of languages, and this is, if you are not able to remember the programming definition which I have provided over here, that it's a simple process or instruction to a computer so it can perform task. It is given to a computer it is a process of giving instructions to the computer and performing certain tasks. Even if you can't remember this, I can give you the best simplest as definition, the best easiest one which I said just now, is that programming is what? It's a tool, or you can say it's a using programming you can get certain jobs or get your problem solved in a computer. You can interact with the computer using a programming language. What is a programming language? It's a language through which you can interact with the computer. Programming language is a language through which you can interact with the computer for doing certain tasks or solving certain problems. That's it. This is what is the definition of programming. I hope this will be the simplest one, or you can get by this definition which I have provided over here. Okay, going to the next one. Okay, here I have given a simple example. We will check it in output. We will run the code, and I will also provide you the link in how to you can. Generally there is a problem, many of them can't afford PC, or maybe doesn't many people doesn't have PC, or maybe you can't carry your PC or your laptop everywhere, here and there, and you can do code. So whenever you feel like you're doing a coding, the mobile is the best thing. Over there you can code. So I will give you certain links, and I will provide you certain things through which you can do coding using mobile also. So I will get it in later videos, do watch it. Okay, over here the simple instruction is given over here, that here I am just printing a hello world. There's a myth out there that obviously from the very first thing, whenever you jump into a coding language, or maybe in a coding world rather I can say, when you are going into a coding world, then you have to do this particular prescribed code, which is hello world, printing hello world. Okay, if you want, you can just get out of this myth. If you want that, okay, I will not print hello world, I will print something else. You can print, like suppose you can print hi language, you can print hello programming world, anything you want you can print. That doesn't matter. There's a simple code. I will explain the code line by line. Just here I have given a simple example that how it works in C. This is a C language programming. By the time I have not at all said about any languages till now, but the very first thing we will start with C. Okay, so here just there is a C programming, and this here I have given a simple example of this, and this will print hello world. Later I will discuss the code line by line in the next video. Okay, why we need programming? Okay, this thing I have already discussed in just a second, that why we need a programming language. Okay, so here we have said for job opportunities, for problem solving, building your own software, you need a programming. So this is big terms, but I have just explained you into the most simpler way. This is just for your understanding purpose, which I told you, but this which I have provided over here, this you can write it in your exam, that why you need a programming language. And for understanding purpose, just mark my words, what I said just in a second, that why you need a programming language. Okay, you may take a screenshot of this. How programming works. Okay, this also I have just explained in a while. Here it's written the same thing which I have explained, that computers only understand binary, zeros and ones. So we need a way to communicate with them. That's where programming language come in. So programming language is also communicating, but see, in the storage in the computer, it is only in the binary form. How come? Because programming language is converted by the compiler or the interpreter into machine code. What is machine code? Binary code into that, and then only computer doesn't understand this programming language. This misconception should be cleared from the very first day. To all my students, I am telling you that from the very first day, get it clear that within computer, only binary is there. Computer only understands binary language. Even computer doesn't understand these programming language. These programming languages are for us. We communicate with the computer this way. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, here a simple analog. Just I am giving an example over here. Imagine you're giving a step-by-step cooking instruction to a robot chef. Programming works in the same way. Suppose I will give you an example over here. This example you may not remember, but the example which I am giving, this will be remembered by you. Suppose think of a situation that, okay, maybe you cook or not, I don't know, but maybe some people maybe watch cooking shows in channels or in anywhere, or maybe you are following a certain process in cooking. Not only cooking, you're doing certain type of job, you're following a process in that okay, let's not talk about cooking. I'm shifting the topic from there. Suppose your daily life routine, waking it up, you're going to washroom, doing all your accessories, and then you are brushing, then you are taking bath, then coming to the table, having your breakfast, going to maybe college, school or office. This is your whole structure. there is a clear step plan. You are not jumping to another step, like eventually like you just woke up and then you had your breakfast and then you did brush and bathing. That's not the thing. It is not disordered. There is a clear cut step by step approach is there, that what you are doing what after another, right? Suppose in cooking, first you're just heating the pan, then putting the you're first cutting all the vegetables, or maybe all the ingredients are in at its place, then you're heating the pan, then putting oil into it, and then again the materials you're putting into it. So there is a step by step process, right? In programming also there's a step by step thing. Suppose one step is having an error, then it will not jump to the next step. The error cleared in that step, after that you can jump to the next step, or the compiler or maybe the interpreter will go to the next step. So this all things will, from the first day it will be unclear, or it will be something like what tough it is, but I will get you as simple as that you can get the things clear and in a simpler way, day by day. I will make sure that. Okay. Which language should you start with in 2025? Okay, that is a big question. Many people search in YouTube, maybe everywhere, that what language should I start with. There's a confusion. There are so many languages nowadays. Even I was confused in my time that which language to start with. Actually, in my time, what was the thing? I started in my school days. I started with Python, because in our syllabus it started with Python. Okay. So, sorry for the interruption. Which language should you start here is, I will say that in 2025, whether it's a year by year process, there is always a structure that you should start a language. First language, when you're starting with, you're in a coding journey, you should start with C. Why so? First, I will give you the answer of why you should start with C. Because C will develop the fundamentals of your programming logic. It will help you to build knowledge, help you to build logics. That, because what is C? C is not like Python or maybe any other languages. If I compare it with Python, then I can say that C is a very middle level language, and in C there is not something built in. You are not getting ready-made food. You need to cook the food by your own. So you will know that what to put, what not to put, what are the logics within it. You will get a grip of that. So whenever you start a programming journey, we should start with C. That is preferably. But I will not say that you should preferably start with C, because anyone can start with any language, whichever language the person wants. That is their own choice. So I will not go with that thing that yeah, you should start with particularly with C. You may start with Python, you may start with JavaScript, Java, C++, anything. But actually with C++ you can't, because first you need to go with C and then you can, because C++ is the extended version of C. So you can't. Okay. Another thing is, Python is a beginner friendly. It is when you are in a coding journey, you're starting with Python, then that is beginner friendly. What beginner friendly means? Beginner friendly means like it's very simple, very like it is English language. It is so simple. It has built-in functions and it's so easy to code in Python. So we say that programming is so easy we feel in Python. I will share my journey with you. My experience with you, that when I started my coding journey with Python, I didn't start with C initially. I started with Python because in school I said that in my syllabus there was Python. So I start gradually with Python, and then I was in a top like, oh, what a coding journey is. It's a fab, and it's very easy. It's a very easy journey and it's a very good journey. Okay. And then gradually when in my college days, when in my first year, in the first sem I started with C. At that time I was like, oh my god, what is this language? Like everything is in very hard coding, you can say. Syntax are very complicated, and it is totally different from Python. Actually languages are differ. Obviously they are different from each other, but in C actually I could develop my fundamentals, my logic, and my problem solving skills. So we prefer C for this reason, but you can start with any language, as I started with Python, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Now I have a question for you people to make this session interesting, because I am continuously saying and it will be a boring one for you people. So do let me know in the comments that what are the challenges you face while coding. I am very excited to know that what you people face during coding, because there are various things what I faced, still I am facing in coding, and I will share with you people one day. And you people, please let me know that what are the challenges you face while coding, and then I will work on to it that how to get out of these challenges, if I can get any remedy out of it. So please let me know. Okay, with this today I'm ending the session. I have bored you a lot, I will say, because this is an introductory session. So obviously I need to say many things to you regarding what is a language. Before I can't certainly jump into what is C and all. So first of all you need to get an overview of it. Thanks for watching. I hope you may got bored, because nowadays these lectures are not that good. uh, Repeatedly just I am saying and you people have to listen. That was not so engaging, I know that, but I will try to get it engaging from the next video. So subscribe the channel, and thank you. I will not say much, and just stay tuned for the upcoming videos.